Win for Disneyland. The Anaheim City Council has given preliminary approval for a massive $1.9 billion expansion of the park. Disneyland Forward is a 40-year agreement that would bring more attractions, shops, restaurants, and entertainment to Anaheim, but it's not a done deal just yet. Ashleigh Aitken is the mayor of Anaheim, and she joins me with a very colorful background tonight with more. Mayor, thank you so much. Let's just start off more broadly. How will Disneyland Forward work? I think a lot of people might be confused because this is, as far as I understand it, this is actually repurposing land that Disney already owns.
That is correct, and thank you so much for having me this evening. So what we originally dealt with on Tuesday is the first vote on the $1.9 billion investment that Disneyland is going to be doing within the city of Anaheim. And it is going to be all within their footprint. They have some vacant parking lots around the park. They have some vacant parking lots on the other side of Catella. And so they are just asking for their entitlements for theme park use to be moved to their parking lots.
Okay, will Disneyland be purchasing any more land, you think, from the city?
It's all going to be within the footprint that they have right now. And one of the parts that we negotiated with the deal is the potential closure of some streets that are in the city of Anaheim, one being a street called Magic Way. The majority of the traffic we have on Magic Way is tourists cutting through our residential neighborhoods, going into some of our theme park parking lots. So we're hoping by having that be dedicated vehicular use for the theme park that we're going to actually ease traffic on Walnut, but still keep it open for our neighborhoods who love to walk across the street, walk to downtown Disney, and take their families to the parks.
So the City Council, we know, voted unanimously, but there was public outcry. What are some of those biggest concerns? Because I'm hearing from some people who are concerned, of course, about traffic in the area and parking.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we did in this process when it started 3 years ago is both from the city perspective, and this was before I was mayor, as well as Disneyland, is to go out and talk to those surrounding communities. As you can imagine, we have a lot of residents that live across the street from Disneyland, that live in the surrounding neighborhoods, and they can be impacted from traffic. They can be impacted from construction noise. And so we wanted to have a continuing dialogue with those folks to make sure that that their impacts are mitigated, and so that they're not really feeling a lot of the expansion woes that may happen. And we welcome that type of input from our residents. We want to make sure that as we go forward, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right for our residents. And I think the plan that we developed and some of the concessions that we got from Disneyland really reflect our neighbors and our residents that are very involved in this process.
As far as I understand, Disney is to pay $40 million to your city. So what will this look like? How will this solely benefit the city and its residents?
One of the things we negotiated as part of the deal was to have a $30 million investment in affordable housing. We look at not just the thousands of construction jobs that are going to be created when the theme park is built, but also the 13,000 jobs that are going to be needed to deal with our guests, to take tickets, to make sure that when people come to the park, they're directed to park in the correct way. We want to make sure that those new jobs that are created, that people can actually live where they work. And we make sure that we're creating affordable housing for those workers and their families. It also includes an $8 million investment in our city parks. So we have parks all across Anaheim, from the east all the way to the west on Beach Boulevard. And so this gives us a lot of flexibility to invest in all of our neighborhoods across the city.
I mentioned it's not a done deal. The final vote is coming up on May 7th. Are you certain this is going to pass, and do you support this?
I do support this project, and I think it's a win for Anaheim. We can see historically that whenever the Disneyland invests in Anaheim, it's an economic boon for the city. And, you know, I'm not just the mayor of Anaheim. I'm an Anaheim kid that grew up here. So I remember when it was just Disneyland. I remember when they opened up California Adventure. And so I'm proud to be a part of this next phase of Disneyland's expansion. And while I can't, guarantee, there's no guarantees in politics, that the vote is going to go the same way it did on Tuesday, I do think that it's going to be that my council colleagues are going to join me in supporting this project, and that it will probably be a unanimous vote, but I can't guarantee it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll follow up. We'll be watching along. Mayor Ashleigh Aitken, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
All right.